Hey everybody, so I was having a chat the other day with a friend who's in a similar situation to me, and we got talking about our ICDs, and we got talking about the anxiety that can come with having an ICD on two fronts. So the first one is having the ICD fitted and worrying about what a shock is going to feel like when it eventually happens. And the second one is actually the anxiety you have after you've received a shock. Now, I've had two shocks since I've had my ICD fitted. Both were genuine, both to correct a ventricular tachycardia, and both times I felt the shock coming. I knew that I was in a dangerous rhythm. I could feel myself getting dizzy, cloudy, and I knew that a shock was likely to happen. That said, I didn't know how it was going to feel first time round. It was, quite a shock. It was painful. I tried to get to the floor, but it went off before I did. And it wasn't a very pleasant experience. So of course I was left with some anxiety afterwards. And in the immediate aftermath, I found myself tiptoeing around the house, constantly checking my watch to see what my heart rate was doing, running ECGs on my watch, all of which was pointless because that wouldn't stop anything from actually happening. I was a little bit worried about going off on my own outside. I kept all my walks very short. It just took me a while to rebuild my confidence and get back to normal life. And it was the same process both times. Both times I would say I took 4 to 6 weeks just to get back to some level of normality. I also found it was creeping into my sleep as well. I was actually having dreams about my ICD going off. They felt very real, and when I woke up a couple of times, I actually did downloads and checked the next day with the ICD clinic to see if my device had actually gone off. It hadn't. It was just the anxiety that was in my head at the time. So it does take a little while to get over having shocks in my experience, and it will leave you feeling a little bit anxious. But as time goes on, if you're anything like me, you'll find you just slowly start to forget. My last shock now was probably over 6 months ago, and I've forgotten all about it. Yeah, I still remember what it feels like, but I don't worry day to day about the device going off. Again, it could happen at any time, but I'm in no control of that whatsoever. So you just have to try and get on the best you can. And if you can, brush it aside and try and forget about it. Anyway, I hope that helps. Catch you soon.